I was unprepared for a normal stream. Just, oh my goodness. Okay. We've got some problems happening. First of all, we have like half an FPS. Hold on, hold on. Okay, so now, okay, now we have more than 1 frame per second. And not blinding brightness. Wow. Wowee. Alright, also, music very loud. There we go, there we go. Hello. Let's see. Majestic Potato, hello, welcome. First, Armalite AR50. Not the Tau 50. Probably an upgrade. Not the ATF. Hello, hello. So white. I'm a vampire. It does make sense. But hello, how was everybody's Christmas? Mine was very good. I did do a little bit of traveling. What that means for stream is that I had to cram all of my guns in my gun safe, and this is what was at the front of the gun safe and easy to pull out. So that's the guns on stream, is the ones that were at the front of the gun safe. Because whenever I go out of town, I put everything in the gun safe. And let me tell you, 48 long gun safe, no chance it fits 48 long guns. No chance. What gun did my roommate gotcha give me as a Christmas present? First of all, I don't know which of these is going to come first. Not roommates. Second of all, I did not get any firearms for Christmas. I got some pretty cool stuff for Christmas, but no firearms. But I think you guys are gonna appreciate this real quick. I got a cosplay for Christmas. And I think you guys are gonna appreciate this. Nice G3. How dare you? Take it back. Take it back right now. I got a hold on. I got a nice cosplay for Christmas. Hold on, I'm putting it on right now. You guys get to see me in full cosplay today. All right, are you guys ready? Are you ready for this cosplay? We can cosplay on stream now, guys. One of the things I got for Christmas, so I got some fingerless gloves. So we're now a cosplayer. And nice OD green. They're a little bit brighter on camera than they seem in real life. So that's what my roommate Gotcha gave me as a Christmas present. These are not from Gotcha. They're not from Gotcha. But so we got for Christmas a cosplay right here. Very nice. I probably will not be wearing these on stream very much. They look FDE. Wrong. These are barely even OD green. They're mostly just green. FDE gotcha gloves. No, wrong. Incorrect. So I have these. Hold on. Where's the other one? I can. Oh, we're changing on stream. I did get 2 colors, so we can mismatch. We can mismatch. Look how quirky we are with mismatching gloves. And I have green and black. Which half gloves, pretty nice for actually like going out and shooting, actually. I am a fan of them for that. Actually wearing them at my desk, I don't think I could do it all the time. I don't know how Gotcha does it. Half finger gloves, they look cool. I don't think I can wear them all the time. Ten out of 10 role playing. Colorblind? Then I'm not colorblind. I'm not colorblind. Back to naked hands again. With ring. Also with half gloves, wearing rings, super uncomfortable, by the way. In case you've never tried to wear both of those at the same time. So I'm gonna go with ring. I need to get more rings at some point. But ring instead of gloves for stream. We can leave the gloves for Gotcha. Guns and Knives, hello, welcome. Been borrowing Gotcha's half gloves? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. These are my half gloves, and it's my Gotcha cosplay. Clearly. But we did get... Actually, we got a few more things that I'm going to be using on stream. I did get, because I am... What's the word? Because my audio is not to my high standards. He borrows my gloves? No, there's no glove borrowing happening. All gloves are owned by their respective users. But I have not done anything with them yet. But I did get, for Christmas, we have sound panels. So, get to cover my walls in these here in the next couple days. Which should be very good. Because my voice echoes a lot. I don't know how... It's not like super terribly noticeable on stream because I have many filters, but it is definitely there, like a little bit of room echo. So we got foam, acoustic foam, fancy schmancy stream stuff. Exactly. So I have, how many of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 42. 42 sound foam things. So I can cover 42 square feet of wall and or ceiling space with acoustic foam, which should help with sound quality, particularly for those who notice it quite a bit, which may only be myself. shipping containers can be a little echoey. No, I'm not. I don't live in a shipping container like Gotcha does. We definitely don't live in the same shipping container compound. Unbelievable. Potato. You also have fingerless gloves? Yours are the football variety. Not tactical, not great for shooting. I did not know that there were specific football fingerless gloves. That is not something I knew existed. I make this too easy. My voice is just I don't know why. My voice is just a particularly echoey voice. Don't know why. It's just how it is, because life's not fair. So got some acoustic foam for Christmas, which is very nice. We'll be hanging that up in the next couple days. So I guess when that goes up, let me know if it's actually any perceivable difference. Probably at the same time I do that, I will be rearranging my desk so that the absolute wind turbine of a PC I've got is not right next to the mic. that is undoubtedly not ideal. They have a fair bit of paddington, which makes gripping the gun hard. Oh, the football gloves. I guess that makes sense that it would make that more difficult. I don't know why. Why would football gloves have a bunch of padding? Wouldn't that also make it harder to catch said football? I don't know, maybe I just don't know how sports works. Lineman gloves. Well, they're not usually catching the ball. Yes, I'm here talking about everything I got for Christmas. Do you guys get anything particularly good for Christmas? Any guns? Any, I don't know, other tactical stuff, perhaps? Guns and knives. You got a Glock 17L for Christmas. Very nice. Which generation is it, if I may ask? 1, 2, 3, or 5, or the throwback Gen 1. That is also an option. Gen 5. Very nice. Yeah, I want to know what the Gen 5 with the dual recoil spring shoots like. 6 surplus mags for AK, HK bipod for G3. Ooh. Couple other small parts, plus a head stamp book. Man, man, you're balling this Christmas. The real question is the surplus AK mags. What country? Hungarian. All right, very nice. Socks, the good ones though. there were a lot of socks given at my Christmas. None of them were to me, but there were a surprising number of socks given. I usually don't see many socks given as presents. For your AMD, gotta. I mean, if you can match, why wouldn't you? That's a knife. You're thinking about putting a Trijicon RMR HD on it. The Trijicon RMRs are very nice. I don't have one because they are kind of expensive, but they're nice. You've got a couple of Hungarian 20-round tanker mags. Those ones do vibe. Those ones vibe pretty hard. I don't know why. I don't know why 20 rounders sometimes just look way better than 30 rounders, but they definitely do sometimes. Gecko, hello, welcome. And there was one other thing that I got for Christmas that's, well, not particularly for stream. I'm going to use it as stream content because I'm a streamer. And I think it's cool, so of course I'm going to use it as content. But we have got... Oh, that's kind of reflecty. Let's not point it at myself. You can see my lights. Got full Christmas. AK. AK-47 assault rifle. Fires rubber bands. This, so I don't know if we've got a little window into the packaging. This is made out of wood, and I assemble it, which seems like the perfect stream opportunity. So we've got our Justice Guard AK-47 assault rifle. Not Set Me BOGO parts kits. There are no Set Me BOGO parts kits. But we have wooden AK. Full wood AK. It has 315 pieces. So at some point gonna be doing that on stream because I think it'd be cool. Assemble it now? Not now. Not now. So impatient. Goodness sakes. Yes, there are. Oh no. Don't worry. Don't worry. I saw the link. I know where to find it. It is in fact has been open on my browser, on my phone, since I saw it. Operator Grizz.
Hello. VT just traded with 11 viewers.
Welcome. How is it going? How was stream? What were you streaming? And there's a shout out for you. You see, I also use Jormungand. It's too good. It's too good not to use Jormungand gifts. I've got I've got a few different shows as gifts for various alerts. Tarkov, very nice. I have played probably a total of 1 hour of Tarkov, and I don't think I ever escaped around alive because I could never find a way out. I can never find an exit. I like building guns. Like it once I play with the boys. Maybe. It's got a pretty steep learning curve. And a pretty steep learning curve is not great for someone who's pretty stupid. Nice Beretta. Yeah, we've got the Beretta Neos here with the super sci-fi sight. We've got our Weaver quick point on the Neos, which just looks right. It just fits. It just works. For those who don't know this sight, this was one of the first red dots. Does not run on batteries. It runs on pure light. So you've got your little fiber optic in there, which then redirects light to that red dot. It works surprisingly well. The ancient dot. Rule 63. Alright, but you don't get to watch me change. Alright. There you go. Rule 63 is now in effect. Can I do you a solid and put the Weaver on the Phalo? It doesn't have an optics rail. I don't have an optics rail. Yet. Don't have an optics rail yet. True. This is true. I would like to get an optics rail for it at some point. Just so I have the option to put stuff on it. I have electrical tape. Not here at my desk. And I'm not going to electrical tape a red dot onto the... No. No. It's wrong. Don't do that. Need a cloud of bats transformation for rule 63. You have a lot of faith in my personal technical artistic skills. Because what you're seeing is done completely by me. And I do not possess such skills. Yet. Really? No. We're not taping optics on our guns. It's not an issue with the kind of tape. No. That's wrong. Put the Neos behind the... Oh, you want me to hold this up over that? You want me to just... We can just hold this... The sight. We can just hold the sight. It's got a thumb screw. And actually, I've never zeroed it, so it's not like we're gonna ruin the zero. I'm not gonna hold up. Goodness sakes. This gun's like 15 pounds. There you go. You get to look at it. And I think I can probably hold it up from behind. I think it's so heavy. There you go. That looks pretty alright. Obviously, if there was a mount, it would not actually be this low. But that does look... It looks pretty alright. Let's put this down with minimal scratching to the desk. Preferred. Printed mounts are surprisingly alright. I don't think I have enough confidence in 3D printing to actually use a 3D printed mount for an optic. Alright, get back on. Why are you so finicky? Why did I let you guys convince me to take this off? There we go. It's decided. Weaver on... No. But it looks so good here. It looks so good here. And we also have, because we haven't introduced this gun yet, forgotten in the corner, we have the Jericho, of which I only have one. Very sad. Because you're a positive influence on me. we can go with just an influence. I'm not convinced on the positive influence. Have a good stream. 2 EP to stay, have fun. Miller Tarkov, hit up you or Drifter Fox. All right. I may. I have had people requesting I play Tarkov. But thank you for the raid again. Very much appreciated. And if anyone's not following Operator Grizz, he's very cool. Also VTuber. I don't think there's a Rule 63 Operator Grizz yet. There is. They don't need to see. I don't know. They might now. Guns and Knives, you request that I finish RDR2. I will. Eventually. Good night, and live with that thought of that idea. Thought idea? What? Before 2025? I think that I will not be able to finish all of Red Dead Redemption 2 before 2025. I think that is not going to happen. Just a hunch. Rule 63 Grizz came out before GTA 6. Isn't GTA 6 still not out? I don't know when GTA 5 came out. I'm gonna be completely honest. It was a long time ago though. What about Elder Scrolls? Elder Scrolls? When's the next Elder Scrolls? Supposedly summer 25 for GTA 6 if it doesn't get delayed. Well, GTA 5 has been out for forever. 2036. Next Elder Scrolls, 2036. Makes sense. Honestly, they probably have, like, come on, this is this is Bethesda we're talking about. They probably have Elder Scrolls 6. Wait. Elder Scrolls 6 is next, right? Next Elder Scrolls. They probably have it already done. They just don't want to optimize it. So instead of optimizing the game, they're just waiting for computer technology to become beefier, so it can run their unoptimized game. I think it's already done. GTA 5 came out on the 360 PS3. The 360 and the PS3 were relevant for like 15 years or something. Those were two of like the longest running consoles. "15 years, I think, is a little bit of an exaggeration. Guns and Knives, you're expecting GTA 7 to release about the time you retire, so like in the next couple of years. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I never really got into any of the GTA games. They're waiting for the 50 series or 60 series GPU release. Probably. Probably. You're not that old. I mean, if I could retire, I would. I think that when the time comes for me to retire, which clearly is going to be hundreds of years since I'm a vampire, um, the thing that's going to keep me from retiring is uh, the fact that I spent all my money on guns, and as such, don't have as much retirement money as I should. You're a spry 34 years old, and you're telling me that given the option, you wouldn't retire at 36? You just gotta, like, win the lottery or start a multi-million-dollar company in the next 2 years. Easy. Majestic Potato, GTA released before your freshman year of college? Doxed. Age doxed. It's been nearly a decade since you graduated. Wow. GTA's been around forever. If you won the lottery, you definitely retire. I always wish to win the lottery, which seems unlikely since I never buy lottery tickets. But maybe, maybe one day. Potato, you're getting mailers from Medicare, AARP, and retirement seminars. I thought, I thought everybody got mail from Medicare. I've been getting mail from Medicare since Medicare has existed. And I assure you, I assure you, you can tell by how wrinkly my hands aren't. I'm not old enough. Potato carries in 1911 and 45 confirmed. I think Potato carries a single action army. A single action army. Because it's the gun that won the West. That newfangled 1911 is too much. No one needs that kind of firepower. 6 shots is all you need. One of those bony old people. How dare you? Look at how young and spry that is. It's not old people skin. I I do skincare. I'll like use lotion like once a week or so. Carry two 1911s, one on each hip. That way it balances out so it doesn't cause too much stress on your hips. And then a Smith and Wesson Airweight in your boot. Two, because they won 2 world wars. 2 world wars. Two for 2 world wars. Zero for however many Cold Wars. World War II into the Cold War is where a lot of the super cool guns are. It's where all the cool modern guns started. Nothing like a modern gun from the 60s. War of 1812 ancestor enters chat. All you really need is a flintlock pistol. One shot's enough. What do you mean one shot's enough? War of 1812. They were using the Chambers gun in the War of 1812. It's like, ooh, how many shots was that? 512 shots or something. The Chambers gun was awesome. I don't remember how many shots it held though. The Chambers gun. That one was used in the War of 1812. Oh, are they gonna make me actually like watch the video? I just want to read an article about it. Meh. Meh. You think most soldiers were using muskets? Oh, definitely. For sure. Most of them were using muskets. But the Chambers machine gun was employed in the War of 1812. Arquebus. Flintlock is a gimmick, Sonny. I mean the jump from from arquebus to flintlock. Really, you're just jumping from hipfire to iron sights is the is the change that's happening between those two. I guess the big like usable change. I guess it was in there were definitely flintlock arquebus. Like obviously the early ones were fuse. The arquebus is what went to flintlock originally, and then once they figured out they could more precisely determine when it was going to go off, then they put sights on it and used them. Unless you're Japan. Japan firearms development went differently than the rest of the world. Very interesting if you want to look into it. Chinese man with metal tube on a stick. Crazy Westerners with their ridiculous firearms will never stand up. Arquebus. Back in my day. Back in my day, we just put a firework on the end of a stick. It's called a matchlock, you heathen. Okay, but you want to know what it runs on? Fuses. I think someone needs to create a modern matchlock. There you go. Is that better for you? I need someone to create a modern match lot. Metal tube on a stake is still politically relevant in the East. That is true. That is true. Japan. Except they made it electric instead of having to run on matches. Wheel lock master race. Get into some developmental niches back in the day. As wheel locks weren't like super niche. The repeating black powders though. Those were niche and also super cool. Something in my eye. Why? I'm not doing anything. How is stuff getting in my eye? I'm just sitting here. Life's not fair. I guess there was someone released a new video. I remember seeing it. I don't remember who it was. Of course. Mr. AK Man. Mr. AK Man released a video.
A lot of you in the comments.
Shh. I haven't changed my screen yet. Stop talking to me. X's own eyelashes. Yep. That is exactly what happens. My eyelashes are too long and beautiful, and beauty is pain. All right, Mr. AK Man. Waiting for World War III, so the 1911 FUDs can be excited about 3 World Wars. 3 World Wars. If there's a World War III, if there's a World War III, there will be so many things used by so many sides. Like even like smaller modern day conflicts. There's just everything being used. There's barely a standard any arm anymore. You hate when bits of you decide they're no longer part of you. Is that a common occurrence for you? Do you just have bits of you falling off? I think that's known as leprosy, and it is treatable with modern medicine.
A lot of you in the comments have pointed out that
AK
this
Man.
beard makes me look a little bit like young Fidel Castro. So I've
Well, well, they're not wrong. I hadn't thought of it myself, but that is definitely correct. Is a greater than 0 chance that some boomer general would bring his personal Cabot to the fight? I can only hope. The boomer Cabot is the ultra rare, like SSSR plus loot drop in World War III. Why treat it with? Oh, we can treat leprosy now. We can. This is true. Why treat it with modern medicine when you can wear a silver mask? that was pretty cool though. Let's, if we're honest. You want to see the meteorite set in person before you die? It's sold. It's sold at some point. I don't know who has it, but it is out there somewhere.
I've decided to fully commit to the bit. And when I returned home from visiting my son Justin Trudeau, I decided to take over a small Caribbean island. I figured what better to defend my new island than a shipment of new AKs. The price I got them for? Basically a steal.
Yeah, they actually just came in.
It's weird. Maybe, this is just the invoice. Fucking Temu.
That is...
What's going on, guys? No, this is not in fact what happens when you try to
That
order
is terrible.
Chinese AKs off of Wish.com. Believe it or not, this is actually a firing miniature AK. And as someone who tries to collect every single type of AK,
Pinfire
why not
AK?
small?
It's gotta be Pinfire. It also, there's no way that's repeating. 0% chance of repeating firepower. God help you if Hollywood ever decides to ruin the legacy of Kingdom of Heaven with a horrible, needless sequel like they did Gladiator. I so far have avoided watching the Gladiator remake, but it looks terrible.
In reality, I just thought it made the most sense. I mean, I'm the guy who's got the biggest firing AK in the world. Why not balance the scale out with the smallest?
Oh, I hate how little this bipod looks on this AK. He needs a larger, more robust looking bipod. Clearly this is functional, but it just looks stupid. You know, they make pills for when it's can't get big, and I think the AK needs them. For the bipod, of course. Processed in a Dan Wesson DWX. Processed in a Dan Wesson DWX for a regular. Made you feel tingly. And I've held some Dan Wessons before. Maybe I don't know. They don't speak to me on a spiritual level like they seem to with some people. Like, they're nice, don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm just missing something. You try not to fondle customers' guns too much. But this one, it wasn't paid for yet, so yeah. If you can find a gun shop that you can send transfers to that isn't like handing your gun around to everybody so that everybody can finger your gun, it's a good gun shop.
Why not balance the scale out with the smallest? I've actually been playing around with these for a little while, and they have a shocking amount of power to them for their small size. I'm looking at you, Short Kings. That one's for you. Yes, these are 2mm pinfire guns. And before we delve too deep,
They are pinfire.
let's shoot the damn thing. Firing in 3.
Oh,
2.
you actually load it in the magazine? I thought the magazine was going to be purely for decoration.
1. I've never held it from the front before. There's a lot of powder that comes out the front. These little suckers are actually really neat. Like I said, they're 2mm pinfire and made by a company, fittingly enough, called Pinfire Guns. And if you're not familiar with the concept of pinfire, let me just go into a tangent immediately. So this is our 2mm pinfire cartridge. What's crazy about these is that it's actually really minuscule old technology. In the very early days of transitioning from muzzle loaders, black powder, you load in the powder and then your musket ball and then put a cap on it. While we're transitioning over to complete self-contained rifle cartridges, pinfire was actually a very big part of that evolution. The way that it works is that your hammer will come down and it will specifically strike that little pin, that little rod sticking out of the cartridge.
Gotta be sure to strike the rod. I sent out an Atlas Erebus last week. Grab gloves for the minimal handling you had to do. Nah. Nah, just be sure you have a nice perfect fingerprint. Just right on it. Perfect fingerprint. This is also, that's minuscule.
That pushes it into the cartridge, it ignites the powder beneath it, and then it pushes the bullet out the front like a normal rifle.
Look, I moved it on Gunbrook for 9,000.
For something this small, pinfire definitely makes a lot of sense. Leave it to me to turn what looks like a fucking dime store knickknack into a history lesson. Anyhow, the big question is, how much power do these little fuckers have? The answer may surprise you. No, but for real, actually, for the first time possibly, we are actually going to be using the White Claw penetration test for real data. Really just demonstrating how much power it does have.
I would wear that shirt.
Because you've seen on the channel a million times over.
And then everyone would know
really don't have a big
that I'm
problem
carrying,
punching,
but
the White Claw can.
It's a cool shirt.
But I mean that? Come on. I'm dead serious. The little cap guns we used to use to shoot blanks at each other as kids, like 5, 6, the little corner store little toys, probably had twice as much powder as this. Can it really kill? Let's find out. So before we fire this at the White Claw, first off, no cheating.
Some guy on YouTube that makes their own pinfire cartridges.
Down in the comments.
And YouTube's okay with that?
Is it going to bounce right off? Is it going to puncture? Is it just going to zip through it? Let me know what you think. So we're going to be pretty close for this because I have no faith in this ability to keep energy over long distances, and it's not rifled like at all. But yeah, let's give it a shot. We're not going
to do an accuracy for distance test?
Giving Corridor Digital a run for their money on Tiny Guns 4 in 3, 2, 1. Holy shit.
It went through both sides?
Check that out. Right in and right out.
I expected it was going to go through one side.
Like I said, this thing carries a decent bit of ass, more than I would expect. Like that girl in the gym that's always wearing that thick hoodie. It's like, this is just a sleeper.
Surprised it hasn't been nuked yet.
All right, so a punch through both sides just for shits and giggles. Now we've got
ammo making was against YouTube TOS.
All the way through both, but I'm hoping that maybe we can catch the round. Firing. 3, 2, 1. God, I keep forgetting it sprays immediately back on me.
Did it go through the second one?
So pull them apart.
It went into the second one at least.
That's interesting. Fuck did the bullet go? So it went all the way through both sides here, and then we see nothing. Not even a dent. Oh no, a little bit of a dent. Spoke too soon. You can see that a little bit.
Oh, it did not go into the second one.
That picks up on the camera. A little bit of a dent there on the back. I wonder if that was enough to push it back into the can.
Your shotgun had enough energy to exit? Me too.
There you go. I dropped out of college before we learned how to shotgun, right? I was hoping we might have caught it, but no luck. Magic bullet.
You're looking for a
something so small
2mm
both sides of the unopened can and still make a dent on the other side. Like honestly, this is kind of what I expected. This little dent is what I expected when we first fired it, when I first started playing around with these things. Color me impressed.
Now shoot a ballistic
that there's,
dummy.
Any real functionality, because that
shoot ballistics gel.
That's more than I would have expected anyway. Now, if you're wondering why I'm only shooting this one and not this one, even though in my opinion, I think this one cosmetically looks a little nicer. It's because like a year or two ago, Kevin Brittingham, of all people, was over at my house and we were playing around with these and joking around, and somehow he broke it and neither one of us could figure out how to fix it. You know, you think him being a weapons designer and everything like that, he could have been able to figure that one out. But
you know, a watchmaker to fix that thing.
SDI.edu down in the links in the description. Sorry, Kevin, love you. So real quick rundown on how to load it. There's this little swivel here that you push to the rear, and that allows our magazine to drop free.
That
Excuse
is
me while
so
I just stick
small.
my fucking gun in my pocket. So now we take our 2mm pinfire round and we orient it like so to then go into the hole in the back of the
Kevin,
magazine. But sliding in there,
why do we hate Kevin?
put that pin up like that allows it to stay in place so that when the hammer comes down and strikes it, it strikes right on top of the pin. Now this is basically just like, think of it as a revolver cylinder, I guess, because there's a little bit of barrel out front before it gets to the barrel in the rest of the gun. Now that cylinder gap there is why I kept burning my fucking finger when I wasn't paying attention. Fun fact, the same thing will happen on regular revolvers, so that's why you keep your fucking fingers away from the cylinder.
Ooh.
Anyhow, to reinsert, we're gonna go ahead and pull our hammer
Minced
up
hot
so
dog,
that
anyone?
it clears. Put our magazine in the bottom there, nice and secure, and we're gonna swivel that back forward, more or less locking it in place. And now we are ready to fire. Now the real question is, why would you need to keep it shaped like an AK? Since it's essentially just a hammer and a barrel, you could probably put it in all sorts of shapes and sizes. So for example, if you wanted to be more discreet with it, you could maybe not shape it like a gun and instead shape it like a watch. This is the most 60s spy movie shit I've ever seen. Yeah, this watch is also a 2mm pinfire gun.
So do you think and I'm not suggesting we do this. I am in fact suggesting we don't do this. But do you think that the TSA would take this from me? Theoretically, if I were to make a terrible decision. You can get Kevin being abrasive. You don't forgive that he screws over others in the industry. I guess I don't follow Q closely enough to know what they're doing. I just know that they are very proud of their products. And they charge a lot of money for them. And so I probably will not buy one.
I'll show you how this one works too. First off, I'm going to take off my watch and replace it. The joke is that Breitling is for sketchy people. Not nearly as sketchy as the people who wear pinfire guns. There we go. And now we are wearing a gun. What's crazy is that I would never in a million years ever think that that's a gun.
Yes, they would take it. No, they wouldn't know it was a gun. Just gonna take the watch. Probably. If I was wearing this, I would be scared. I'd be scared that like I would like move my hand back a little bit and then somehow I would end up with a 2mm pinfire. In my hand.
Pinfire guns. There we go. And now we are wearing a gun. What's crazy is that I would never in a million years ever think that that's a gun of any kind. Especially when if you're wearing long sleeves like I am today, like it just completely disappears. And then just pull it out and... But the way this one works is we've got our knob here on the side that just unscrews.
Where does it shoot out of?
Is where our pinfire cartridge is held. So it takes this exact same kind of pinfire cartridge. Once again, we just orient the pin to be sticking out toward that hammer, slide it down, and then...
Okay, so it's got a cap. You have to unscrew the cap.
On,
oh, never mind.
which then retains it and then acts basically, it's just the backstop there, the breech, whatever. And now we have a loaded gun on my wrist. Neat. All we have to do to set it off is push in that button. And it takes a decent bit of force, so it'd be hard to do it on accident.
Which way does that
being
shoot
said,
out
I don't
of?
think I'd feel comfortable just walking around with this loaded all day. Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have the time? At least that one wasn't directly
Does
in
it
my
shoot
face.
at the back? It does.
Yep.
It's even
straight
worse.
on through.
I'm here afraid that
And now, while this guy is recently shot in the neck now and is gurgling on his own.
I was afraid I was going to shoot
blood,
myself in the
I'm still
hand.
convinced
After waiting,
paramedics can save him, and this is not a successful hit yet. So that's
I have to worry about it shooting me in the to wherever is opposite of where my hand is pointing, which is me. If it was a while ago, Kevin commissioned a bunch of Cerakote work, took the products, refused to pay for the work. Pretty sure the guy he screwed over went bankrupt shortly after. Man, I wonder why. I wonder why he said he couldn't pay him. Like if he claimed it was like shoddy work or something. I don't know.
when I pull out my second watch. No, kidding. I'm also not 100% sure why my cover was me walking up, very evidently holding a watch, asking him if he had the time. But he didn't have long to think about it, so it's all right. And then to eject the cartridge, all we have to do is unscrew this. And then we've got our little ramrod. It's like the skull's that's a little metal. It's a little over.
Where did he get a ramrod?
Push that through the barrel.
Is that also stored in the watch somehow?
Pushes out our
do you just
fire
have to
casing, and we're ready to
carry
reload
around
it,
your
and then fire
ramrod
I don't know, guys,
toothpick?
the older I get, the longer I've been doing this, the more the stuff that interests me is, what would you say, just weird, unusual. The stuff that really strikes my fancy nowadays is just weird shit that a lot of people just haven't heard of. I know I didn't know about these before a couple years ago, and I've just been playing around with them. I've been meaning to do this video for a while. We finally got around to it, and I hope you guys enjoy it because I think it's super neat. So what do you think of 2mm pinfire guns? Trinket, gimmick, or something that actually might have some legitimate purposes? Let me know down in the comments.
So how many
If you
people
have
do
any
you think
other ideas for
bought
weird
these
stuff you'd like to see on the channel, let me
since
know.
this video
We got a
came
bunch
out?
of ideas for the new year, and I'm just
9
excited to
hours
get back
ago.
to work on it. Oh, and since I haven't seen you since then, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Be safe on New Year's. Don't do anything
Merry
I wouldn't
Christmas,
do.
Mr.
Don't
AK
do
Man.
most of what I would do. And enjoy yourselves. I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in 2025. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession.
So do we think that these are completely sold out now? On the Pinfire YouTube link, he also made a weird Welrod copy. Welrod at home? Thepinfire.com. A lot of very small guns. They're also, oh my, way more expensive than I expected they would be. Goodness sakes. Holy. Are all of them that expensive? Goodness sakes. That's crazy. Here, I'm just browsing them without showing you guys. The cheapest one, $550. Huh? Oh, there's a 170. These ones are a little cheaper. It's up $99. Well, Borchardt is the only Borchardt I can afford. It's still $580 though. Would you rather have a Borchardt 2mm single shot pinfire or a Glock? That's crazy. Why are they so expensive? Are these treated as firearms? Are these actual firearms? Like, do I have to tell them my FFL? for adults only, 18 plus. I don't see anything about FFLs here, so probably not FFL thing. $1,500. Spy limited edition. 1,500. This, but what? Is that a ring? $1,500. You don't think they're treated as guns in the U.S.? Think pinfire ammo is all black powder? Use like 1 grain, 1 grain of black powder. 15 down from 18. They've got 1 left. They've got 1 left. Anyone going for the last one? This one does look like it's repeating. 8-shot. I don't know how it works mechanically exactly or at all. Oh, and it has a replaceable cylinder so you can do speed reloads. You've only got 1 left, guys. Get it while you can. You'll take this spicy snap cap toy over a Glock. Or you can buy like 3 used Taurus. This crazy. Would you rather have a 2mm pinfire 8-shot ring revolver or a Sale Robinson XCR? You haven't heard the song since high school? This is one of the Death Note. One of the Death Note songs. I think it was one of the openings. Oh, free express shipping on orders over 150. Ammo. Signal flares. Cartridge caps. Oh, these are just the casing. Where's the complete ammo? Cartridge caps. Flares. So it's got to be black powder. You get the cartridge and the ball not put together, I guess. You've got 5. This is 100 rounds. 100 rounds for $145. These are $1.45 a round. $1.45 a round. How do the flares work? They had flares. How do you make a 2mm flare? What are these pens? And yet that's probably more fun than the 3500 small pistol primers. 3500 small pistol primers. Have fun on your 100 hours of reloading. Goodness sakes. I don't know how long reloading takes. Probably not as long if you have the proper tooling for it. 20-piece cartridge. $32. Oh, it's on sale. It's on sale. Horrible price over weight. Yeah, it's not great price over weight for sure. Boss man lets you use his Dillon Super 1050. Oh, you got the GTX 1050 reloader. Nice. Usually about 500 an hour on it. That's very good. 500 an hour. That's not reloading. That's just an ammo manufacturing machine. What? What is a Dillon Super 1050? With auto drive. Oh my goodness. First of all, expensive is what it is. Auto drive 10 volt. Do you even have to do anything? Gecko, you did miss Grizzly Raid. Finally got a Dillon Super 1050. What is this? I don't know much about reloading. We got crank ASMR.
Pretty wonderful machine. Every time you pull.
So all you do is just pull the lever, and it just does your whole ammo for you? That's pretty nice. Don't have the auto drive, so it's hand cranked. Expensive. Welcome to Firearms Hobby. Gecko will be your guide.
Pull the handle, you get a loaded round.
It's expensive,
in this
though.
case of 9mm. And yes, this is my brand new Dillon Super 1050.
Show me how it works. So you've got something going on up here that's orienting all your brass.
Down into the tube, and show you that.
Is that automated? It doesn't look like he's cranking anything.
Tube filling up, and when the tube gets full enough, it will trip this micro switch. Up there, we did it, and
You can crank out hundreds of 9mm an hour with this bad boy. I can see how.
and shut it off. So you have a tube full of these cases, and
8 position. case feed, D prime, size, primer pocket, and case mouth, prime, charge, place bullet, seat bullet, crimp bullet. Does it do all those at the same time?
We're ready to go. Now, while we're up here, let's move over here. And a similar machine or device is the
Some of these are
bullet
backwards.
feeder. All right, here's the nutshell version of how it works. The bullets will either be wrong side up, that is with a point down, or they'll be right side up with a point up and base down. So it's going to be one or the other. And what will happen is, let's see, let me take that one out. When it reaches this area right in here,
Does it flip them over?
if it's point down, this device will rotate it over. So that no matter what, when it gets to here, it's going to be right side up and
How?
drop into the hopper.
How?
So here we go.
What? How does it know? How does... This is clearly witchcraft. He's just flipping all of them over. Show me one that's... There's one that's not flipped over.
Isn't that amazing? I tell you what, that
Bumps, very clever geometry.
some people are just really smarter than others.
No, no, no. This is clearly not math or science. It's witchcraft.
That's all I've got to say.
Clearly
Anyway,
witchcraft.
That's the story from up top here of the two hoppers. So now let's move down and see some other things.
But this thing, would you need a different little spinny insert for different cartridges? It's like, this isn't big enough for like 45 or something, obviously.
Of the two hoppers. So now let's move down and see some other things.
Let's see real
While we're on
witchcraft.
the
Look up
subject
the
of the bullet feeder, as I told
vibratory
you, the
primer
bullets come
stacker.
down this spring into this die here, which is the bullet feeder. And when the case goes up in here, it actuates it and drops a bullet. Well, right now there are no bullets in here. This little window is empty. What's going to happen is it will fill it actually down inside.
Interface
up through
change for
here,
different cartridges.
all the way up to this point where there's a micro switch. And when the bullet,
I'm the paranormal
top
expert.
bullet
I'm a
moves
vampire.
that
Exactly.
micro switch
Exactly.
over, it'll stop feeding.
I'm glad someone
So,
recognizes my expertise.
Incidentally, I don't think I can. Yeah, maybe I can show it to you. There's a little speed control that comes with it, and I'm going to turn it on minimum. And there's a
Wait, how?
bullet.
It seems like some bullets would be small enough that they would get backwards through this tube.
See them coming down through the spring, dropping through. It's filling up down in here. Now they're doing. Now watch it when it does the last one. Be about one.
Maybe not.
Nope, one more. Okay.
It does seem like some bullets might be too big for that tube.
So it stopped once that filled up. Now, as you are using the machine and this drops down, that switch will come back on.
Different tubes
it will
and spring for
continue
different
to fill
calibers.
it up. So it always keeps
So if you're switching calibers, you basically just gotta like switch out your whole machine, pretty much.
up with you. Same thing with the case feeder. Well, as you recall, we ran out of primers, so we're going to use this machine right here to fill it with primers. And what's going to happen is we're going to take
It's an
these
ordeal.
primers, dump them in here. It will sort them out, and it will put them all into this tube right here.
You're gonna need to change out your primer tube as
which I
well.
hope you can see. Once it's filled up, then we can dump them out from here directly into the machine, which I'll show you in a moment. But for the right
this
now,
your-
we'll just
your
put this
vibratory
tube back
thing?
in place, and we're going to fill it with these. And I've got it down here on the floor, so I can get over it and show you close up what's going to happen. This is sort of magic right here.
But it has 7 different
gonna
loaders,
start
so he
with
never
some
changes.
recess.
7 different loaders. 7 of these, or something cheaper.
Area here, and we'll start by taking our
Do you realize how
primers.
many guns you can
We'll
buy
open it
with how much money
so
it takes to buy
it's
7 of
exposing
these?
half of a row, not a complete one, so I don't spill them. And then all I have to do is just
Lots.
hold on to it, and
Lots and lots.
oh, it's easy to say, and then slide that off, and there they all are.
Wait. How is this one flipping him over? Here comes... Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm dying. Magic? That one got stuck there. It broke. The magic broke. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh no, it fell out. It fell out. Yes, they fall out. I don't know what geometry it's relying on to make it fall out. Clearly it's witchcraft. But you would need to switch out this inside little circle thing, right? Not all primers are the same size. Bless me. You're lucky I'm a high-ranking vampire. It's trying to kill me over here. Well, somehow it's spitting out the upside down ones. New Year's Eve? It is New Year's Eve. Unless you are Mountain or West Coast time. One side's heavier than the other, and he's just the right vibration to flip it if it's wrong, but not if it's right. Witchcraft.
Now, I know you're saying to yourself watching that, why would I want something that takes 2 minutes to load those primers? I can do it manually for nothing, or I can use one of the little gun-looking things to do it and all like that. Yes, you can, but this does it totally unattended, which means you run out, when you fill this thing up with primers and put it back in there, dump some more on it.
Large
go
primer
back
would
to
be
reloading
larger.
while this is filling up.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, does that matter? Yes, it does in a production system where you're really trying to put out thousands of rounds, which is basically the idea behind this. I'm probably the worst example in the world of someone who owns one of these because of the low volume of shooting I do. On the other hand, I love good tools, and I love reloading tools in particular, so I have absolutely no qualms about owning this machine right here, especially after the good deal. But do you need one of these? If you're doing production, they're really great. They really are. It works. It works really well. Unattended. That's the big deal. All right, let's move in and do some more close-up look here. All right, I've
Come on.
got you in
I wanna
close
see him
over here
crank
on the
it.
right side.
Crank your
where the
machine over
handle
here.
is, and we can see stations 1, 2, 3, and way back there 4. And we'll look at them one at a time, and I'll tell you what each one does.
This is going to be like the
First thing here
the
you
D
can
primer.
see is station 0, I guess, where the
And the other
case
stuff.
feeder will feed a brass case
Most people that own something
into the
like this are
thing. I'm gonna
competition
go ahead and do
shooters.
that manually,
You go through
so I'll
1,000
have
rounds a
one on
month
this
or something
very
like
first
that.
pull. So, well, no, I won't. But at any rate,
I guess like competition shooters who don't have sponsors yet or something. Or competition shooters who are never going to get sponsors. A month? Your coworker did 1,500 last Saturday? Sounds like a good Saturday.
Now we've got it. All right. And you notice that the shell plate indexes rotates at the very end of the upstroke, at the very last part of it. You have these nice little tabs with brass pins that locate the case. They keep it right in line. They don't allow it to fall out. But at the same time, if you need to remove it, see, you can do that. I think all progressive
these little brass
presses have
pins are
these, as
the-
far as I know. I don't know how many of them come with
No?
these little tabs. I know that
You'd have to change out this as well. You'd have to you'd have to change out like everything. Goodness sakes. You're right about it being an ordeal. You have to change out this little middle spinny thing. These little brass tabs.
the two other ones I have don't. So there's that.
You have to switch out whatever
This
is
first die is conventional. It's a sizing
doing the
die.
spacing.
It has a decapping pin. It's going to knock the primer out into here. So there you do that. Now,
for you and reloading 8mm Kurs. You're just gonna get a single stage? What? Yeah, you mean you're not trying to crank out thousands of 8mm Kurs ammo? Unbelievable. Why not?
this die
Every bit that
right
touches
here,
is a
or this
component.
station,
How many pieces
is
do you
quite
not
unusual.
have to switch out?
and I'm going to show you what happens
That's what I want.
without
How many
a
pieces
case
do you
being
not
in there.
change out?
Let me show you what it does. You see what's happening there? Oh, goodness. Give us a break. Thank you. What we have is two pins coming
Handle.
toward each other.
Yeah,
The bottom one is a
the handle
swaging
probably is
pin
not switch
or
outable.
punch, and the top one is an expander that also holds the case down firmly against the swaging. So it's being hit from both sides, the case is. And what we're trying to accomplish is to make sure that this primer pocket is uniform, and especially if it's a military case, which a lot of them tend to be. If it's military brass, then that primer
He's
will
out of
have been
primers?
crimped
How is he
into
out of
place,
primers?
and
We
it
just
will
watched him
have
fill the primer tube.
a ring or 3 punch marks around it. That will virtually prevent loading a new primer into that pocket until that crimp has been removed. So that's what this does, is it removes the crimp. On the upside, it expands the case to the correct diameter. You remember that tube of primers that we filled up?
Oh, he filled the tube,
while
but he didn't
ago
put it
over at
on?
the primer station. Well,
Oh,
now
my goodness.
what we'll do is just set it right here, this little bottom part of it, and this thing's full of primers. We're going to set it right there on top. It's kind of a funnel
The
like
beep
underneath.
on the primer feeder
Pull that pin,
tells you when it's
zing,
low.
You maybe couldn't hear it, and they all go in. And then at that point, we put our alarm switch back into place. It goes
Alarm
off
switch?
when that rod presses down on it. And now we're ready to go again.
Well, that part seems
All
very
right,
simple.
this is station 1, 2, 3. Station 3 by this white slanted plastic piece. This is where the primer gets put in, and I'm going to pull forward. Did you see it slide out? And then it lifts up into position.
You missed your
At that
case.
point, the primer gets seated into the case. Back here on the back is our power
Blast
measure.
tube in case of chain
And the
primer
hopper
detonation.
up at the top, and the dispensing mechanism down here. Now, what I want to show you
That's
is
probably a good
what
idea.
happens. Let me zoom in just a little bit. When we actuate the handle, you see it's going down.
How heavy is this handle
And
with
not
all
really
the
much
different things it's
happens. See
moving?
those levers? They stayed pretty much. It moved just a little bit. See, there, it moves that much. But that's all.
Some kind of ratcheting lever.
Now I've added a case.
Not that heavy?
Back here. So let's pull back out so we can
He's pulling
see
out.
what happens. And Watch the powder bar when it comes down this time, or the powder lever mechanism. See there?
Did a
Went
machine
all the
mess
way
up
up,
and cram
that
2
time
primers in a
it
case?
dispensed
It didn't detonate
powder
either of them?
into
seems
that case.
Lucky, if nothing else.
And the reason for that, of course, is that the case itself actuates the powder measure. And therefore, you don't get powder when you don't have a case, and you do get powder when you do. So it's, you know, what more could you ask? Now our lead cartridge is positioned under the powder checker. And what will happen
Powder
is
checker.
the plunger goes down inside, and this rod right here, depending on circumstances, will set off an alarm or not. In this case, not, because it had the correct amount of powder. Here's how it works. When this thing comes down, the
How does it measure the
plunger
powder?
at the bottom pushes up on that and pushes it all the way over. If that pin up at the top is pressed back, like you see there, then it will alarm. But if this bar, which is raised and lowered by the amount of powder, if it's in that middle spot, it won't set off the alarm. So what happens is when this thing goes down, the powder causes it to raise up just that much.
Oh, so it's literally just pressing straight down on the powder. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Fancy Hudson. What happened? Am I female now? What you are currently looking at is the Rule 63, the ex-countess. If you'd like me to change back, if you redeem the Rule 63 redeem again, I will change back. Because as we all know, Rule 63, just before Rule 64, every character has a opposite gender counterpart.
And there's no alarm. If we had too much powder, we get an alarm. If we don't have enough, we get an alarm. If it's just right, we don't. Pretty smooth, huh? And you just keep that up over and over and over.
It seems like it'd be a workout after
and it really is just
too long.
that easy. Dylan, 1050, 9mm. Thank you for watching.
You're welcome, Mr. Rex Roach. 666 comments. 666 comments. You rarely load more than 1K in a sitting. $1K is a lot. That is a lot of ammo. Particularly for some kind of ammos. Is there a limit with that machine to what kinds of ammo you can make? Like, it doesn't seem like you can do rimfire. Rimfire is probably very hard to do. I think most people don't reload rimfire. Unless you've got like one of the like very old ones. Destructi, hello, welcome. Beretta ARX 160. Very nice. You just want to make pissing hot reloads without it screeching at you. I mean, it sounds like you should just be able to adjust that little bar. Just like ground off some of the bottom of the bar. I'm sure it'd be fine. I'm sure it'd be fine. Probably can't do 50 BMG. What about a straight walled 50? Like a 50 AE or 50 Beowulf. Rimfire isn't worth it. And rifle stuff is more of a pain than pistol cartridges. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be some like 1800s cartridges that, like some of the like rimfire rifle cartridges that are just like impossible to find. Maybe not though. Not something I've ever gone looking for. Annealing cases, getting the sizing correct. I mean, I don't even reload the ammo that's easy to reload. So I'm not trying to figure out how to reload like a 22. That's the only rimfire I have. Oh, King Panzer, the Desert Tech MDR. Missed that. Is your MDR the forward or the side eject one? Oh my, administrative results. The best of administrative results 2024, an hour and 5 minutes. Do we watch the over an hour admin video? That is crazy long. I wonder what his statistics look like on that. I wonder how many people have made it through the whole hour. Admin was better before that word is breaking my brain. Declavaling. Declavaling. I like both of his contents. Whenever I eventually get around to making pre-recorded YouTube content, like obviously you want to do your own style and not copy anyone, but it's not wrong to take inspiration. But I would like to be like somewhere in between like admin and Forgotten Weapons. Before the removal of the balaclava. Yeah, I was able to determine what you were saying. It was the actual figuring out how to make the sounds for that word that I was struggling with. So whenever I do finally get around to making YouTube content, I will not be showing my face. Like old admin, PSR. Maybe not quite as edgy as PSR. But I would like my content to be somewhere in between admin and Forgotten Weapons, because they're probably two of the YouTubers I watch most, along with AK Man. A good induction annealer is 1300. That sounds sus. An annealer, which clearly is for annealing brass cases. But if you said that to anyone who had not literally just read / talked about annealing cases, If you went on to Twitter and were looking for an annealer to use, people would think you were talking about something dirty. The route taken for those obsolete rimfires is usually to convert the gun to the closest centerfire cartridge or not shoot it. But what if I'm a super gun autist and and I need to shoot some strange rimfire cartridge? I'm trying to find some strange old rimfire cartridge. Hold on, I'm working on it. What if I need to shoot a 9mm grenade, and I need it to be the exactly that one. Or 44 Henry rimfire. That's a 41 Swiss. That's also one. I just had to go find the weirdest, most fringe one out there. Call up Privy Partisan. You think they can help me set up my own ammo factory? I mean, I don't have anything to shoot that ammo out of. If this is all just purely theoretical. I don't have anything like that. Although that was it the 41 Swiss? Is that the Vetterli round? I could be completely wrong. What cartridge does the Vetterli shoot? I don't know if that one's a rimfire, but I know it has a weird one. Weird cartridge. 10-4 by 38 Swiss. Yeah, that is a rimfire. If I was gonna get a strange old rimfire, it'd be a Vetterli. The 10-4 by 38mm Swiss rimfire. Is anyone still making that? There's no way. There's no way anyone's making that ammo. Ammo Seek. 41 Swiss. Wait. Wait, someone makes this? Why? New production 41 Swiss. Box of 20 for $130. Ow. Ouch. Like $6.50 a shot. Also, it's rimmed. Rimmed, not rimfire. Is it not a rimfire? I thought it was a rimfire cartridge. Guess not. I guess it's just rimmed. Well, $6 a shot. Crazy. 44 Henry is super collectible. Nearing $100 per round. Where can I happen across a box of that to sell? You have to break your Henry Golden boy more. Another regular gave you 300 rounds of 22 that he accidentally bought. I mean, 22 is not very expensive, but 300 rounds is still not very expensive. But free is a very nice price. I'm jealous. I worked in a gun shop for 4 years. Not 22 LR, 22 long. I mean, I can see how someone can accidentally buy that. But isn't 22 long like twice the price of 22 long rifle? How did they just be like, ah, yes, clearly this is more expensive and therefore better. I will buy it. Yeah, I worked in a gun shop for four years. 4 years. But it was like it was affectionately, not very affectionately, Uncle Fuddy's gun shop. A lot of arbitrary rules. Like we weren't allowed to take ammo from customers who were just trying to give it away for free. Unbelievable. He bought a case of 5,000. Bulk pricing was similar. Okay. 5,000 though. 22 is cheap unless you buy 5,000. You're at 8 years as of last month. Very nice. Congratulations. I hope they give you a bonus. You sure some forum guru has the instructions to shape another case into 44 Henry? Probably. Maybe. 44 Henry is rimfire, though. I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite a bit harder to shape a cartridge into a rimfire cartridge. Last time you bought 22 were 10,000 and 20,000 rounds. Last time I bought 22, how many rounds was it? Hold on. How many rounds are in this? Where? Last time I bought 22, it was this, which is very dusty. It was this, which is 300 rounds. Because I wanted something extra spicy to make my CP33 work. Buy the case at a time is the only way to get 22 long rifle. Did the CP33 work though? It did flawlessly. Not a single malfunction. I've got like 50 rounds left in that giant box. The CP33 has a bad reputation, but that's just because people are using gross, cheaply produced ammo through it. The CP33 with that ammo specifically never had an issue. So the spicy ammo, you can also put a suppressor on the CP33, increase the back pressure just a little bit. Also makes it work better. Although then you have to buy a suppressor if you don't already have one, which is like doubling the price of your CP33. You've seen some that run, some that can't get through 5 rounds without a jam. So if I use like cheap, like Arms Core 22 then it struggles for sure. But using quality ammo, spicy 22 works very well. So I know if the CP33 like CCI standard, the CCI in my experience is pretty good, so it'd probably be all right. But the CCI like tactical 22, whatever whatever the marketing gimmick on that one is, has been entirely flawless. So I don't know. It did also last time I shot it. I was shooting as an indoor range. First mistake, clearly. I shot it. It was the casing bounced, hit the wall over there, bounced back towards me, went behind my glasses, and hit me in the eyeball, and burnt a perfect like 22 casing like stamp on the white part of my eyeball, which not recommended, by the way. if you were curious, don't do that. But it incredibly painful at the time. But it literally was like my eyeball here. There's like over on this side, there's like a perfectly like 22 case shape on the white of my eye, like with the tube, and like you can see where the rim was. It's like someone had went and like drawn a 22 case in red on the white of my eye. Probably one of the worst feelings ever, by the way. Don't burn your eyeball. The P17 loves it. It's at 1070 FPS. I mean, it'd probably be fine. The CCI Tactical is at 1200, so that is a bit more. But CCI is a bit higher quality, so if it definitely worked better than like Armscore or Aguila or Remington. We've tried 23 different makes of ammo in your uncle's CP33. Not a one has run right. Interesting. Interesting. Well, maybe I just have a good CP33. I would suggest just the spiciest ammo you can find and cleaning the gun. I do clean my guns after every time I shoot them. So that probably helps at least a bit, because 22 does shoot dirty. Is the thing with Keltec. Some run, some don't. I don't know, every Keltec I've ever owned has run near flawlessly. The one I've had the most trouble with was the RDB, which will not run steel case. You have to put brass case through it. But that's another one that's just ammo specific. Every brass case I've put through the RDB has been fine. The CP33, try spicy ammo. Also, if you can, try suppressing it. Increase the back pressure even more, and clean it. that is all my suggestions. And then if it still doesn't work, well, rip. You could try sending it for warranty work, but they probably won't do anything. Not because like they wouldn't fix something that's like actually like critically broken. But it probably would be perfectly in spec and only kind of work. Oh, speaking of Keltec, speaking of Keltec, who has seen the Keltec, the new Keltec teaser? Oh, we're gonna have to watch it sideways because we're on. We're gonna have to watch this innovation sideways. We've tried with and without Oculus, and it's been back to Keltec twice. He's probably just gonna get rid of it. Yeah. Innovative. So, innovation. The practical implementation of an idea that results in the introduction of something new, groundbreaking, radical, or revolutionary. 5.7 stripper clips. At first I thought this was going to be like a P50, like top loader somehow. Back to 1912 innovation. The first time I saw this, I thought it was going to be a P50 something. But this is not what the top of the P50 looks like. So I think this is going to be a entirely new product. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that looks quite like this. Going back to 1912 innovation. Yep. Innovation brought to you by Keltec's unlimited booger sugar budget. Someone was on something. I don't know what it is, but I do know I want it. I want to have to load something with a stripper clip. That's awesome. Smith & Wesson will copy it, but make a proper video. That has been happening with Smith & Wesson recently. Have you ever figured out who from Keltec defected to Smith & Wesson? I don't know, but whoever it was missing that Keltec powder, the Keltec nose powder for sure. I am very curious about this. Probably going to be a SHOT Show reveal, because it is getting into that time of the year. The Sky, oh, not Sky. Not Sky. I haven't heard about skies exploding for quite some time. So maybe they're getting better. I also haven't heard about Sky for a long time. I went from SHOT Show. Is Pin dead? And FB Radom Grot. Yeah. If the only thing that comes out of SHOT Show is Pin Dad. Like, so, it's just some kind of Pin Dad announcement. Like, it doesn't even have to be like, oh, we're releasing Q3. Like, I just want to know that they're still trying. I want to know that they haven't given up. That's what I want to know. We don't talk about sucky. At least Sky, not a fan, not a huge fan of their product, but you know what they're doing right? Making fun colors. They're making fun colors. Definitely need to do a SHOT Show bingo card. Maybe. You want Knights to make another run of the Mark 23 cans? They definitely could make a lot of money on that. I mean, they will. It's Knights. They'll sell them for like $10,000 each or something. Knights armament is so expensive. Crazy expensive. Has Caltech said anything? No, that is... That is their most recent tweet. They have said nothing. Caltech has said nothing else about this thing. When is SHOT Show? What's the date? The date for SHOT Show. Schedule. Venetian Expo. 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Thank you. I need a date. January 19th. We've got a little under 3 weeks for SHOT Show. Maybe we can do a SHOT Show bingo. That is a good idea. They're running around 1,600 last time they did a run. You'd gladly give them 2K for the vibes. 1,600? That's not bad, actually. For a Knight's armament? Firearm? I know suppressors shouldn't be firearms, but they are. We get news of FAMAS parts kits. Maybe. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one. Just like I'm not gonna hold my breath on Pin Dad, but we can hope. We can hope. Is there a... bingo card generator? Print cards? I don't want to print cards. I want to be able to do them online. Is there... I'm gonna have to look for a good online bingo card creator. Twitch stream bingo card. And this is just someone that someone made. Streambingo.com. Oh, this is just an engagement booster. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. We'll have to look it up. We'll have to look it up. I'll have to do some research on that one. We'll see. You're thankful France's military is too poor to just destroy them as they get their 416s? Yeah. Yeah. Although there's other militaries that aren't particularly well funded, that we're not getting their stuff from. Which, now that I think about it, is probably more because they actually are still using their old stuff. And yeah, that's probably why. The FAMAS parts kits are probably going to be rough looking. They're probably going to be rough looking. Your first SHOT Show was 2020 during Chinese New Year. Still managed to not catch the world stopping superbug. Nice. I don't know, apparently 2020 SHOT Show was just a haven. Well, just is always a haven for sickness. But that year in particularly. I have never been to a SHOT Show. I think it'd be super cool too, though. I would like to go to a SHOT Show as the media. I want to be able to just record all the stuff I think is neat and then tell people about it. SHOT Show live stream? Has anyone live streamed SHOT Show? And would it be allowed? You see a lot of famous people. Oh yeah. Has anyone live streamed SHOT Show? Interesting. You don't think you'll get much out of your first SHOT Show other than seeing cool stuff in people? That's that's what I want. That's what I want to get out of it. What do you mean? I want to see all the cool stuff and all the cool people. Like, as cool as it would be to actually, like, get stuff. Seeing all the cool stuff and the cool people is, like, what I would want. You didn't do anything that improved things for you last year? If I went to SHOT Show, it wouldn't be as, like, a business. I want to go as a creator, right? Like the YouTubers and stuff who go. Like, obviously, like there's some people who go to SHOT Show, like Classic Firearms, where they make videos about it and also build like the business aspect as well. I just want to go and, like, live streaming it would be awesome. But I don't have, like, the IRL live streaming setup currently. But, like, go and, like, just show off the stuff that I think is awesome. Because a lot of the stuff that you see in people's, like, SHOT Show coverage videos is just, like, I mean, it's neat, but the stuff that I'm really interested in, that, like, oh, by the way, here's this little knickknack. And I'm like, wait, wait, go talk about that again. Second visit was 2022. Did a bunch of shot university classes, signed on a bunch of new distributors, ordered a bunch of stuff. Still never got the Subsonic 762x39. Ooh, a Subsonic 762x39. For a gun that has a reputation of not being good at shooting suppressed. Interesting. Not that I would not enjoy a suppressed AK. Maybe we'll get another Glock clone. Another Glock clone. Lucas, FAL. Yes. We do have the Phalo. The machine gun semi-automatic version. But with the bipod, heavy barrel. If you thought a regular FAL was heavy, that's just because you haven't held this one. The Grease song, tell me more, tell me more. I haven't. When's the last time I've seen Grease? I saw a Grease live action play, probably. Oh goodness. 7 years ago? Ish? Maybe 6. Long time ago. You're surprised this is allowed? So, it is. There's a few streamers who do hands cam gun stuff. Twitch TOS, unlike YouTube TOS, is surprisingly gun friendly. So everything we have on stream here is unloaded safe. Not because TOS requires it, just because that's a good idea. But Twitch TOS for firearms content basically is just don't do anything illegal and don't put anyone in danger. Which is how it should be. That is correct TOS for guns. So for the many things that Twitch does not do perfectly, Guns TOS is pretty good. That's America for you? YouTube is American. They freaking hate me. If I live stream this on YouTube, I would get banned. Because guns on live streams on YouTube is against TOS. In any capacity for a live stream. Obviously, pre-recorded gun content on YouTube, heavily and arbitrarily restricted. But live stream gun content is will make you not be on YouTube anymore. I need to rewatch the movie. I will add it to my very long list of things I need to watch. They even took down a Geisley's live stream for product launch. Okay, there's a lot of gun companies who have tried to live stream. Rock Island. Rock Island does like monthly-ish live streams on YouTube where they'll like talk about products and they'll show products sometimes, and every time they do, the live stream gets cut off. Which, do you think they'd learn eventually? Yeah, YouTube is very anti-gun. So hopefully YouTube fixes itself, so I can dual stream to YouTube I guess I could dual stream to somewhere else in the meantime, but... Do I have a musket? I do not have a musket. Although I do have one of those, like, traditions, like, black powder, like, build kit things that I need to do at some point. When I get around to it, eventually. It is one of the many gun projects that I need to finish. We do much gun content here. Today I just got back from vacation, so the guns that are out are the ones that were in the front of the safe. Because I do lock up all my guns when I leave town. So that is what is on the table today. And my gun safe is in the other room, so I can't exactly just like reach over and grab stuff out of it. I do actually have a gun rack here next to my desk. So if I was a properly prepared streamer, I can like grab stuff off of it, put it on stream. But it is currently empty because I was out of town and had to mash all my guns into my gun safes. And why don't more companies do DI foldy boys like the Daewoo? DI foldy boys like the Daewoo? Like, kind of like an AR-180 derivative? Empty, like your thoughts. Me too. Me too. There's nothing going on in there. Sometimes you can tell that because I will just stop and pause in awkward positions. It's because my brain just stopped going. Daewoo K1 is a direct impingement with the AR-180 like carrier. Yeah, they're the like AR-15 style. They're not like true direct impingement, but they do have the AR-15 style internal piston. Have you ever come across a Daewoo? For a specific, it's for a specific one of your customers. Her uncle's a genuine LA Riots roof Korean. Nice. That is fantastic. Have they been specifically looking for one? Because they're definitely around. I have a friend who has one. Although he left his in a humid place and got a little rusted. Hope he's cleaned it up since then. Like the CMMG Descent. The CMMG Descent, I guess it is. I never thought about it. Now, CMMG is a little on the tactical side for me with most of their stuff, but I think they're cool. The Descent. Age verification. 4/20 1969. Oh, ugh. I forgot they had this stupid shotgun stock one. Gross. Yeah, you can see on here. That is a normal. No, go away. That is a normal gas tube in there, not a piston of some kind. Not that she's mentioned. Maybe you should tell her significant other to get her one. You should. Everyone should have one of those, which there's not enough of. But some people deserve more of them. Hold on. Gunborker. There is lots of, well, some Daewoos, I guess. You have your full transferable one right here for 25,000. Probably outside of the price range for most people. Just a hunch. I'm not saying that this customer can't afford this. It's probably not the Daewoo that people look for. And you got the Sporter Ban Arrow one there. Oh, there's one. 3,500. People are proud of these. Can we... Just rifles. There we go. There's a few of them for you. You got cheapest at 3,000 there. Nope, just kidding. Cheapest is this Sporter one. But the cheapest non-Sporter one, 3,000. From the spec sheet, operating system, compact action direct impingement. That 3K is a Sporter with this stock and grip conversion. Yeah. It doesn't have the thumbhole Sporter stock. But yeah, it is import ban era. Says so. Doesn't have the built-in folding stock. Like this one. If you go up 1,000, you can get that one. Way overpriced for post-ban. But look, it has the stock. And the grip is not connected to it. Some sucker will buy that, probably. But you could probably buy this one and the parts to make it into that for way cheaper than this one. DR200 is normally 13 to 15. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's where this 300 is. But it's Gunbroker. Someone will probably buy this eventually. Probably someone looking for a particularly expensive gift for someone. What is my favorite gun? Your favorite is the P08 Luger and the PPSH 41. My favorite gun? Like just one? You're not gonna give me like a category to choose from? Does this have to be a gun that I that I can get? Any gun. Any gun. Hmm. I'm a big fan of some of Korobov's designs. Some of the Russian experimental guns. Like the TKB guns. The 408, the 022. Oh, favorite gun though. Favorite gun. The people non-physically present are the real problem? I don't know, we don't have anyone being a problem right now. I'm not entirely sure what that means, my guy. Favorite one gun of all time. I mean, G11 is very cool. You make me choose one gun? One gun. This is unreasonable expectations. I will give you a different answer tomorrow. Let's do the G11 though. Today my favorite gun is the G11. The Kraut Space Magic. Gun. Chevere Gustav. Make a gun so big, it needs its own proprietary railway system to transport it. That is, you just went with the largest option available. But the G11, look at this clockwork magic in this gun right here. Popular mechanics. Show me gallery. Look at that thing. Look at that gun. This is a firearm, not a clock. G11 is the most boxy gun you've ever seen. Okay, so aesthetically, I'll be honest, not the best looking. But like, but the internals, actual insanity. Like, it's craziness. It's a pretty music box. It is very pretty. Look at that German craftsmanship right there. Gorgeous. Probably terrible to service in the field, but you thought it was a rocket launcher? Nope. This is a rifle. An incredibly fast-firing burst fire rifle. Very cool though. Big fan. I don't remember what's the fire rate. I don't remember off the top of my head. 2100 rounds per minute in burst mode. 2100 rounds per minute. If you ever come across a video of one of these shooting in burst mode, it shoots so fast that it sounds like a single shot almost. Like if you're not paying super close attention, the 3-round burst sounds like one shot. Too bad they never figured out the overheating issues with caseless ammo. Overheating definitely is a big issue with caseless ammo. For those who don't know, caseless ammo, in general, not specifically with this gun, very bad at overheating. Overheats the gun all the time. That's because with actual cased ammo, let's use this as example. This is dummy round, no primer. Actual ammo, when this fires, the case, not the bullet, obviously, is extracted. This takes a surprising amount of heat out of the gun with it. Which, not quite as surprising if you've ever caught one of these, like down the back of your shirt. Takes a lot of heat with it, out of the gun. And with caseless ammo, all that heat is staying in there. Because caseless ammo doesn't have a case, hinting the name caseless. So you don't have that case taking a bunch of heat with it. And so all that heat is staying there, leading to significant overheating very fast. Which is bad for multiple reasons. First is it can cause malfunctions. Second is you can cook off rounds. Which is when the round inserted or not quite inserted into the chamber picks up enough heat and to set off the primer and fire the round without the trigger being pulled. Caught one, and you have the burn scars to prove it. Yeah, don't play catch with the brass coming out of actions. Although I'm pretty sure that sometimes there's brass goblins at the range that are basically trying to do that. Gingy boy, your name is Diego? Doxed. You're a guy from Puerto Rico who mainly speaks Spanish? Popped in to show some positivity today. Well, thank you. Your positivity is well received. Welcome. I unfortunately do not speak Spanish. No español. No comprendo español. I apologize. English here. Very small amount of Japanese. Modern ceramic coatings used in jet engines might help. Possibly. They may have been burned. You did get the footage. He was filming for the shop. And Facebook deleted your page because they hate us. Yeah, Facebook, worse than YouTube, for sure. Facebook is very bad. Particularly for gun content. All good? You can mostly understand and speak English? Well, welcome. And I hope you are having as positive a day as you are wishing other people. And hello to Puerto Rico. I guess I did talk earlier about how I caught some 22 brass freshly ejected with my eyeball. Even though I was wearing glasses. Scam. It's scammed. Mostly understand and speak is where most native speakers are at. This is true. I also can mostly understand and speak English. English is such a horrible, difficult language. But I don't know. Once you get a good grasp on English, it's pretty fun. You can start making up words. Why is gun content bad at Facebook? Well, they're openly showing hentai. Where? So I can avoid it, of course. That's because clearly, according to our corporate media overlords, clearly pornographic content is less harmful to our youth than educational gun content. So there. How are you gonna argue that one? It's because corporate media is stupid. Guns are bad. Guns are bad. Same way that on YouTube, you can watch naked yoga and breastfeeding tutorials and bikini waxing. But that 30 round magazine, big no. Big no. You can't have that 30 round magazine. Clearly, that is where we draw the line. Is because the rules are arbitrary and arbitrarily enforced and run by anti-gun companies. There you go. That's why. Eventually, despite all of that, I will be making YouTube content. That is, I don't want to say it's a New Year's resolutions, because I don't like New Year's resolutions. But this next year, I am going to try to make YouTube content. At some point, I need to find someone who will allow me to shoot on their property and record it for YouTube, though, which is the hard part. I know people who are, I don't have any land personally. It's very unfortunate, but I know people who are more than happy to let friends shoot guns on their land. But the idea of recording said shooting and putting it on the internet irks some people. Which, yeah, reasonable, I guess. I understand. She shoot on my property till I upload it to YouTube? You shoot on your property till you upload it to YouTube? If I cannot shoot guns outside where I am, I will rapidly be arrested. Expeditiously. Guns are good, but those who use it for bad things are bad? Exactly. Just like hammers. Hammers? Good. Killing people with hammers? Not good. And there are more people killed per year by hammers in the United States than with rifles. The more you know. You would, but your property is small. You just gotta put up a berm. Keep the rent down. You just gotta go outside and pop off a few shots. Keep the rent low. Ban assault hammers? I know, right? Some hammers? Have you seen those really scary hammers that have an axe on the other side? Crazy. Crazy what people are allowed to buy these days. And you can just walk into any hardware store and buy them. Like vending machines kill more people than sharks. Yeah. It's usually because people are being stupid, though. Vending machines kill people because someone's like hanging on a vending machine and it falls over and squishes them. Nobody needs a hammer over 12 ounces. Exactly. Exactly. You know why 12 ounces? Well, that's what we decided. that 12.5 ounce hammer, clearly unacceptable. Next thing you know, we're gonna have knives with rounded points like they do in Britain. Child-safe scissors. Those pointy scissors are too much. Gotta have the rounded end. Small hammer, 8 pound, an 8-pound hammer. An 8-pound hammer is a maul. This is huge. Also, probably more effective at illegal activities than a regular sized hammer. So, you're right. You're right, that should be illegal. Now that you mention it. Clearly you need a construction license for that. Sledgehammers are hammers. This is true. But clearly you need a construction permit for that sledgehammer. Too dangerous. Too dangerous for a normal citizen. Why would a normal citizen need a sledgehammer? Need a permit for that. Can't say that too loudly. somebody might get an idea, and then we'd have to have permits for hammers and bandsaws and staple guns. But until then, I will be buying guns. Because I'm going to look really cool in the SHTF scenario, running around with a Phalo.
Deploying reinforcements.
LS_stop motion 87 just followed.
LS_stop motion 87. Welcome. Welcome, how's it going? How many rounds does the staple gun hold? 80. It holds 80 staples. You got a lot of concrete to break. It'd be so much easier if you could just mag dump 308 into it. But you need one of those industrial 8-gauge shotguns that they use for like breaking slag off of furnaces. Ooh, guns. We do got guns here. A bit of a smaller selection today. I did just get back from vacation, and these were the ones easy to grab out of the safe. And I need to restock my rack next to my desk to grab stuff off of for stream. You'd like to get some guns, but you'd also like having disposable income. Disposable income? You mean money to spend on guns? That pistol on top of the keyboard looks like a gun you'd find in COD. This one right here. So this right here, this is a 22 target pistol, the Beretta U22 Neos. It is just standard 22 little target pistol. I did put the Weaver Quick Point, super old retro red dot. There's the red dot on here because it looks awesome. Super spacey gun. Can you just use a 50 BMG to break something? I mean, you can, and it would probably be very effective. Mr. Failure. Raided the armory, got a Stoker M3000. Oh no. Oh no, you got the budget. The budget Benelli. Someone tried doing that at an old silo you looked at. You're still standing. It was still standing, but so sketchy to be near it. I mean, there's a video somewhere of someone. There's a lot of videos of people shooting down trees with guns. There's a video somewhere of someone actually like shooting the last couple bricks out of a silo to make it fall over. Do I have a musket as the founding fathers intended? Is that the question of the day? No, I don't have a musket. And why is this being asked multiple times today? I do not currently have a musket. I do have one of the Traditions muzzleloader kits that I need to build at some point when I get around to it, but I've not gotten around to it yet. Musket stream when? You know what? You know what, chat? You know what? You know what? Where is it? Come on. There you go. There's your musket. The pistol musket. There you go. There it is. Red dot is base. Neos is cringe. You're cringe. Balanced as all things should be. So the Neos, I am a big fan of the Neos. For those Neos has a very cool safety mechanism not a lot of people know about. So you get your safety way back here, which you'd be like, huh, that's in a super awkward place to reach. Yes. But this gun, this safety, is perfectly so that if you get a good grip on the gun, the safety comes off. So if you've got a good high grip on the gun, safety automatically comes off. So it's like a automatic manual safety, which is very, very neat. You need it. You don't care if it's bad or good. It looks good to teach gun safety. I mean, the Neos, you can find Neos. They don't make him anymore, but you can find them used for like 250. Pretty regularly. Musket stream win. Maybe. Maybe. Not like a whole musket stream. We can like, well, maybe not. I was gonna say we can like stain the wood for the musket pistol on stream. But I don't think I have ventilation good enough in here to not kill my last 2 brain cells while doing that. Bro, and you're gonna get powdered wigs to mount on your helmets? That's awesome. Tactically, it's probably not the best camouflage. But it's pretty cool. Don't forget the triangular bayonet. I have a gun with a triangle bayonet. The SKS. With this triangle spike bayonet. Muskets are second to M13 and Kar 98
Their alg just
in
followed.
terms of popularity. In terms of popularity? What about, like, ARs, AKs? The real GGG. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How is it going? What the heck was that? What the heck was what? Oh, was that the kits? What the heck was the kit? That's what it is. It's a kit to build your own black powder pistol. Which I need to do at some point. But I have not gotten to it yet. With many gun projects. That one of those scary ghost gun kits? It is a scary ghost gun kit. It does not have a serial number. It is also black powder, and therefore you don't need to serialize it. In most states, I think. There's a couple states that do regulate black powder. That's cheap. Where can you find it? Find the Beretta? The U-22? Oh, there's probably some on Gunbroker. Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at those. Look at those prices. I have the 2-tone long one. But here's a 1-tone. Just black. 2 days left on the auction at 177. Another one, 155. This one buy now at 300. China. Yeah, they might be a little more expensive on here. I got mine at the local Cabela's. So anywhere that sells used guns, they'll get these through every now and then. They're not rare guns by any means. RPGs, RPG best gun. I do not have an RPG. Although I have almost bought the wall hanger demilled RPGs just for fun, because I thought they were neat, but I never have. Most states don't need privately made. Most states don't need privately made modern firearms serialized either. Yeah, most states, it is perfectly legal to manufacture your own firearms at home, which is very American. and as it should be. And I do need to do that at some point. I do have a nice paperweight here, clearly. But this is my paperweight. As you can see, it is very heavy because it is not hollowed out. But at some point, I will need to convert this paperweight into a ghost gun. Until that time, it is a paperweight. Not even a 0% lower. Is there still a 0% lower being sold? I know there was at some point. Yeah, there is. You have a good YouTube video reviewing guns? Guns from Wish and Alibaba? Like, gun accessories, right? They don't sell actual guns on Wish. You're upset that Browning used a different mounting lug for the barrels on the Buckmark pistols versus the Buckmark rifles? You want a 16-inch barreled pistol? Where there is a will, there is a way. So here's your 0% billet AR-15 lower receiver. You can currently buy these for $69.99. And this is an AR-15 lower. All you have to do is just do a little bit of drilling, a little bit of machining, bam, a gun. CAD available for a printed barrel with a liner that you can make any length you want. Do I have within reach? I do not. Somewhere I have a perfectly 22 sized, I'm trying to talk with my hands, but we're not on the hands cam stream. A perfectly 22 sized tube that could theoretically at some point be made into a 22 barrel. Theoretically, of course. A 0% lower is just bauxite, aluminum ore. I mean, going from aluminum ore to aluminum block, I feel like is not very much more of a process than going from block of aluminum to machined receiver. It's probably not that much more difficult. At some point I do need to finish my paperweight, turn it into a real gun, which is perfectly legal. It is legal to build your own guns, but the problem is I don't have a jig for it. Nor do I have a drill press, so I'd have to use a regular hand drill. Which is pretty tempting, I'll be honest. Just to say that I did. To say that I can. But it'd be a lot of work. Also, I haven't looked at how much did jigs cost. how about not a combo AR-15 AR-10 jig? How about just the AR-15? AR-15 AR-9. Take 10% off my order today. Why this huge price difference? Oh, include tooling? I probably would need the tooling. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any I don't have any drill bits that look like that. I mean, these two on the bottom, yes. If only I had a machine shop. Router jigs are the way to go, but I don't have a router. I don't have a router. I have a hand drill. I'm probably looking at like $200 for a jig. Routers are $50. I'm already gonna have to spend like $200, maybe $100 if I want to use my own drill bits. This is on a budget because I can. Because I feel like it. But I do have an actual HK buffer tube for it. Because Brownells had them on sale. I've got my paperweight here currently with an HK buffer tube on it. Because clearly this is only the best. Eventually, the plan for this, as soon as this is not a paperweight, is for this to be just a super odd Frankenstein whatever AR built on as much a budget as possible. Welcome to the world of manufacturing. Tooling and setup costs money. Yeah, you know, I think I could probably just eyeball it. It's just not like it's a precision instrument that has explosions going off and stuff. You can probably just eyeball it. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's a terrible idea. Oh. Let's put that down without breaking things. Yes, making things yourself, pretty expensive. Gonna be a hard Kyber pass from you. What do you mean? You're gonna pass on my my janky eyeballed 80% AR? I don't understand what the problem could be with that. Won't the range be okay for you to film at? Some ranges are okay with filming. My problem with that is that I want to do higher production quality than I'd be able to do at a range filled with people. And I don't want to pay to rent out an entire bay at the range. Also, if I go to range, this will be a problem if ever go to any competitions anyways. But I'd be doxing myself just a little bit. If I'm out on some random property, be like, oh, those are some nice trees. AK easy, take shovel, bend into receiver shape. I don't know if it's quite that easy. If you plan on eyeballing it by a cassette style trigger beforehand, yeah, but those are more expensive, and that'd kind of defeat the purpose of the money saving. Like, if I'm gonna do that, I may as well just buy the jig and everything. So we're gonna eyeball all the holes, and also use a standard mil-spec trigger group. Nothing can go wrong. You're not Rainbolt. You can't see my location from the trees? Exactly. But you know when you can tell my location? When you go to a range. Because there are definitely times I have been watching people on YouTube and been like, wait, wait, I know where that is. Rates are $500 an hour for booking the whole range during business hours. $150 an hour outside business hours. Gonna be spendy? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I need to find a friend with property who is also willing to let me film on it and post it on the internet. Because, first of all, shooting outside is way nicer than shooting in a range. Especially if I want to shoot anything further than inside. Because while they may exist, I am not aware of any indoor ranges that have like 700-yard indoor ranges. $150 an hour outside business hours sounds reasonable. That doesn't sound bad. It's still $150. Which is like, you could buy a whole gun with $150. Not a good gun, but a gun. But basically what I need to do in order to get like pre-recorded YouTube content rolling is, first of all, probably actually like write some scripts for videos, which is crazy, I know. But also actually like learn video editing, because I can do incredibly basic video editing, which is enough to start making videos. But I also am a little bit spoiled by the production quality of the videos I watch. And while obviously I won't be able to reach that, I am very critical of my own work. So, you know, gotta give myself the best opportunity possible. I also would like to believe in the you that believes in me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I believe in me. Just I don't believe necessarily in the work ethic that it would require. I believe I am capable, theoretically. But theory is a little different than practice. So I also would like to actually go to like competitions. Like USPSA, IDPA is neat. But I want to go to competitions with like this. let me take this out in competition. And just like have fun. And video it. And like talk about it on stream. Like go through competition on stream. Because I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun content. Multi-gun is the one for me. Yeah. The problem is there's not a lot of that right around me. I'd have to drive a ways for it. Which I'm not opposed to. Don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to driving. I have driven quite a ways for stuff before. Like, was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I drove to Gunstock, which was a very long drive. Texas and Arizona are gun competition meccas. This is true. This is true, and I am in Texas. Texas is huge. Texas is massive. So they exist. I just have to find one that I am able to go to. Preferably without staying in a hotel. Check practice score often. Not all MDs put stuff up well in advance. So the problem do be that I need it pretty well in advance for me to actually be able to plan to go. Because while I like the idea of being super spontaneous, in reality, it doesn't necessarily work out particularly well. Go to Tucson, see in an event. That is very far. Do you realize how long it takes to drive out of Texas? It's so far away. Lethal Weapons Texas this year, you think was Cold War era rifles? That's cool. I don't know where Lethal Weapons Texas exactly is, but it's far. Everything. Everything is far away. He used to live there. He was in West Texas. Eagle Lake, Texas. I don't know. I don't know where that is. Doc self live on stream by opening Google Maps. Where is that? It's not as far as it could be. It's not as far as it could be. It's not close though. That is definitely not close. I need somewhere within like not gonna say distance. Not doxing self. I need somewhere within not hotel night stay to make it in time. Gonna find that one competition a year that's worth traveling and camping for. I guess camping. Camping is cheaper than staying in a hotel. I'm not opposed to camping. The problem with camping in Texas is that like 6 months out of the year is just miserable. And if I'm camping, I can't stream. Like if I gotta take a day to get there, a day there for the competition, or 2 days there for the competition, if it's a really cool competition, and then a day drive back, it's like a week. I'm almost losing a week. Which, you know, I definitely would do for certain competitions. But it's still a huge time commitment. Also, a lot of the competitions that's for are kind of like brutality style competitions. At least the ones I find particularly interesting. Interesting. And while I'm not the most out of shape guy, like I'm doing pretty well, particularly considering your average American. I could I could use some work. See, what I need to do is I need to find some super cool competition, like 6-7 months out. Like 9-10 months out, so it's not in July. And then like work out to get ready for the competition. I need that motivation. That'd be cool. There's a lot of what ifs in that, for sure. Cola Warrior? There's an event in Texas. What is Cola Warrior? I've never even heard of that. Cola Warrior. American Defense Manufacturing. Oh, is this an AK? AK competition? Course has AK disassembly and reassembly. So is that just like a gun that you have to disassemble and reassemble that they provide you, or do you have to provide the AK as your rifle? Yeah, I guess I could read. I guess I could read the description. Pentathlon shooting event that tests endurance, strength, grit, and marksmanship. Successful competitors display calm under pressure while riding the edge of exhaustion. That sounds awful. Where do I sign up? 7 regional events across the U.S. Nationals known as Classic. Liberty, Mississippi. Wait, 7 regional events across the U.S. known as Classic take place in Liberty, Mississippi. Wait, 7 regional events take place in Liberty, Mississippi? I don't want to go to Mississippi. What about the 7 regions? There should be 7 different places. Maybe that's a typo. Cola Warriors avid pro to a community, promotion of safe firearms, safety, enjoyment coupled with strong camaraderie and cohesiveness is priority. Camaraderie. So is this a team event? Courses are completed by men, women, and youth, along with a kids course. Oh, sign me up for that one. I can compete in that division. After dark, the same course is run using night vision for those desiring added challenge. I do not have night vision because I keep spending money on guns. All events are family oriented weekend of competing, camping, meals, fireside chats, and night vision play. Best described as combination Tough Mudder and two-gun. I don't know what a Tough Mudder is. During which participants must negotiate... navigate? Do you mean navigate obstacles? Shoot firearms, eat a box of Marshmallow Peeps, and chug a 6-pack of soda. This is the worst sounding part of the whole thing. Can I skip the chugging a 6-pack of soda part, please? Got a buddy who's done several. He hasn't completed one without puking yet. Wait, so the chugging a 6-pack of soda is required? I drink like 2 carbonated beverages a year. I freaking hate carbonation. And carbonation hates me too. I'm gonna be throwing up after 1. Mandatory chug? I need a different one. I need a different one. I'm gonna skip out on this one purely for the Coke chugging. Each Cola Warrior is similar, unique features and obstacle course. 5 obstacles of varying difficulty. Test participant strength, speed, and stamina. Sub in a gallon of milk. A gallon of milk sounds so much better. I would way rather chug a gallon of milk. Five obstacles, eat a pack of Peeps. AK disassembly, reassembly. So I assume they're providing the AK? Run half mile. Chug 72 ounces carbonated beverage of choice. No. No. Or a gallon of milk. Still sounds awful, but possible. Required. Rifle of choice. 2 standard capacity mags. So you only have 60 rounds at a time, I guess. Pistol of choice plus 2 standard capacity mags. 72 ounces of cola or gallon. Oh, I have to provide the milk. Do I get to choose what kind of milk? Can I choose skim if I would like? That seems easier to chug a lot of. Eye and ear protection. Wait, course. 5 obstacles. Pack of Peeps. AK disassembly, reassembly. Run half mile, shoot. Are these? Is only one of the courses shooting? Or... Huh? I'm a little confused on how this is working. Dates, locations. Northwest, west, southeast, deep south. Keystone, Classic, Heartland, East, Flyover. But where are they? One long course split into sections? There's only one part that's shooting? Only one part is shooting though? I want to shoot all the time. I want them to tell me I need to bring 4,000 rounds of ammunition. maybe not 4,000. I don't know if I can afford that. But a lot. I want it to be shooting centered. Not running and making yourself sick centered. Running is terrible, and so is being sick. But you know what's cool? Shooting. There's more than one shooting stage. But this is running, making yourself sick, and shooting centered. It's shooting under stress centered. I mean, the shooting under stress is nice. But I want it to be mostly shooting centered, not mostly fatigue centered. I want fatigue to be the extra, not the shooting. Get it up, shoot, regret your choices, and have fun while doing it. I don't know if I'm on board with the intentionally making yourself physically ill part of it. I don't know if I'm on board with that part. Can I just like run an extra half mile instead of that? Are there brutality matches in Texas? Undoubtedly. If I can type, goodness sakes. Well, mostly typed correct. We've got Utah, West Virginia, West Virginia, West Virginia, Idaho. High desert brutality. I do like Idaho. Lived there for a couple years. There are none in Texas on the schedule, it looks like. High desert brutality in Idaho, though. I don't wanna register. I want you to tell me the details. Arm, Rod, and Gun Club. Where is it? Maps. Where is... Oh. That's pretty close to where I used to live, in Idaho, actually. I'm not doxing myself because I don't currently live there. Idaho's pretty far away. But that looks like a cool one. Gotta learn to shoot in adverse conditions. Yes. This is a good skill to have. However, I'm not going to be shooting in the adverse condition of intentionally making myself ill. And the Idaho one looks the most interesting to me. Also, I've still got some friends up there from when I used to be there. Might be able to peer pressure them into doing it. Lethal Weapons Texas looked pretty good from what Clayco was showing. I'm sure there's a lot of very good ones. I need a practice score account. Or rather, I need to find my practice score account, because I do have one. I've done like some boring old IDPA stuff. I wonder. Can you make a practice score account without using your real name? Because I'm not particularly trying to dox myself. But if you go to a competition, then it's pretty easy to figure out who someone is by looking at practice score. I'm not trying to dox my full name. I don't see any reason I couldn't use an alias. First name the X, last name count. I don't know, maybe. Probably have to read their terms and conditions about that one. Or I could just like email them and ask. That'd probably be easier. Because I would like to stay faceless, anonymous as much as possible. Or ignore the non-binding terms and conditions. Perhaps. Perhaps. Although if you go to a competition that requires you to show ID for some reason, that would make it more difficult. Here's my ID, and here's my content. Can you tell that the voices sound the same? Maybe. Although if I did that, I might have to actually have a name. Right now my name is more like a title. The X count. I need a VTuber name. Like all the big corporate VTubers and many of the indie VTubers. I need a real name. I don't know how people come up with those names though. Sven McDongle. I'm not gonna be Sven McDongle. I refuse for that to be my VTuber name. I am far too toony to be Sven McDongle. I don't know. I will put much brain power towards that. Dong McSteven goal? No. 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 Vamp McCar 15? No. you can't have numbers in a name. Bet you'd get Sesame Street jokes if you go with the X space count. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Kind of happens anyways. The 5 is silent. Vamp McCar 1. the 5 is silent. I don't know, I'll need to put in some thought into a name for both VTuber and to put in the non-binding terms of practice score. But until then, oh goodness, it's already after 2. I've only been streaming for not quite 4 hours. I guess I did start stream very late. Oh, and it's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. We got to do a New Year's stream today as well. So New Year's stream. New Year's stream today. I don't like that. I don't like that it's going to be 2025. I have a 2025 gun wish list. I have such a gun wish list. You have no idea. You have no idea. I actually have a list on my phone of guns that I want because hold on, let me pull it out. We can read it. I haven't updated in a while. Where is it? Where is it? Where Okay, so this this is my guns I need list from my phone that I've not looked at in a long time. So, at the top of the list, the wish list is never ending. You try to break it up yearly. So the list currently of things that I need are the Zip 22, because obviously. We have the Desert Eagle, just cause, you know, everyone needs a Desert Eagle. The PTR 51P, although I'm sure any HK 51 would be okay if there were others. The AUG H bar, preferably in white, because I think that would be cool. A Model 3 revolver. KSG. For some reason, I still don't have one of those. DP12. Going in on the shotguns right there. A Galil SAR. The HK Mark 23. I've almost bought one of those so many times. a Wilkinson Arms Linda. If they ever restock them on their website, the company's still around. Sentry's bringing some next year as well. MKE AP51. Ooh, that'll probably be cheaper. Set me L. Don't know if I said that one yet. And the Rock River Armory LAR PDS. In case you wanted a strange one that's actually still being made. AUG are difficult to keep running in the Mark 23. You have an IWB holster for yours, and it's hilarious to carry. Inside the waistband Mark 23 is ridiculous. The Mark 23, the AUG is probably higher on the list than the Mark 23. Mostly because I'm not looking for practical guns. And both of those are... There's a pin coming out of this. There's a roll pin coming out of this thing. Just barely. Probably tap it in super easy. Yes, the problem is the AUG that I want the white AUG with the H bar. Which they don't sell it like that. So you basically have to buy an AUG and then buy the H bar barrel. Which is just like buying an AUG and then spending an extra $900. Verifying I'm human. I'm a VTuber. See price in cart? I don't want to. So if I was gonna do that now, it'd be almost a $3,000 project. Is that really what the white AUGs are going for now? 2,100? There's no way. There's no way. Gotta be a better one than that somewhere. Everywhere else is out of stock. Well, at some point they were 1,800. Till they were out of stock. So if I was gonna do that, I'd probably have to wait for the next run of white AUG. For you, it's FAMAS parts kit P99 and Barrett Mark 22. Interesting. And I don't have a solid list of guns I need to buy, which is probably bad for my wallet. But I did get some things that were like this last year. I definitely got things that were on my guns I need list. Like the Calico. Calico, I tried to gesture it as if it was here, but it's not. It was definitely on my guns I need list. But I think this year I averaged less than one gun a month. I'll take my word on that one. But I think I did. Oh, I'm gonna check. I have to check on my phone. Because I basically keep an A&D log. And I'm not trying to do anything weird. Accidentally show everything on stream. Let's see. Okay, well, I lied. I lied, apparently. What's the first gun I got this year? Oh, it was the Carcano. First gun I got this year was a Carcano. Last January. Oh, the VP70 was this year? Goodness sakes, I feel like I've had that gun forever. Oh my goodness. That is a gun I want to take to a competition, just for fun though. The HK VP70Z. Same, this was an expensive year. This was an expensive year. Only good source for AUG parts is PJS Steyr AUG. He's out of most stuff anyways. End up finding a few Malaysian surplus bolts. You can salvage and modify. Modify many of the parts you need. You're going through them faster than you're comfortable with. And we can't you buy... Yeah, you can buy the Steyr H-bar barrel, because that's really all I would need buying mine straight from Steyr. I don't know what other parts they sell. They do sell some parts. Yeah, so if I got an AUG, Firearms USA stocks AUG parts, yeah. That's where I'm looking right now, actually. Currently scrolling. Bunch of nonsense right here. Gas regulator. USA has enough parts floating around. NATO Lancer. But I'm gonna be completely honest. I have enough guns, and I do little enough shooting, that most of them I'm not particularly concerned about them breaking or anything going wrong with them. Like I have some guns that I am very careful with. Like Boberg. Very careful. Very careful with the Boberg. Because Boberg doesn't even exist anymore. Midwest Gunworks has some stuff in stock too. Yeah. I mean, if something breaks, you can find replacements. But I don't shoot any of my guns enough that I need many replacement parts. Because I don't know. I have quite a few guns. And I shoot all of them a little bit every now and then. But I don't think no, there's one gun. One gun I have shot enough that I needed to replace parts. That was literally my first gun before I really got into the guntism side of things. When I was just like, hey, this is my gun, the one of it. So whenever I go shooting, this is the one gun I take. Everyone is out of parts that actually break is the problem. Well, I mean, yeah, the parts that break are going to be the hardest parts to find. Because if they break often, then, well, other people want to buy them. Oh, it's right in the corner of my vision. There's usually like a big empty spot, like on my wall. I keep looking because there's something there, like just barely in my peripheral, that's not where it's supposed to be, because it's not blank wall. And it's this huge stack of soundproofing panels that I haven't put up yet. Just haunting me in the corner of my vision. Also could be I'm getting tired, which is very possible. I do think I'm getting a little tired. My brain is slowing down. Can you tell? I'm very tired. It is, after all, 2:30 in the morning for me. So I think we are going to be raiding out here. I will be back. I was gonna say I will be back today. I will be back tomorrow. No, being back today is correct, because it's after midnight. I will be back today. For New Year's stream. Gonna wish everybody a New Year's as it happens. I'm not gonna wait for Hawaii, probably. But if you're here for the Christmas stream, we did that as well as it became Christmas. So that is going to be happening today. Other than that, I have not made a schedule, because bad streamer. We are going to raid out today. We raid. So Leaf, what is Leaflet doing? Leaflet is looking at news. That could get a little spicy, a little interesting. Who else is streaming? Anyone we haven't raided in a while. I think we're gonna raid Leaflet. We're gonna raid Leaflet. Looks like she's currently looking at news.
They wouldn't look at them twice. They end up as
That'll be very, very interesting. So we are going to raid out. We do have raid messages for those with and those without subscriptions. If you would like to use those. So, until today, until next time, later today, I will see you all later. Until next time, I'll see you next time. I'm going to bed here pretty soon. So, good night. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out, chatting. Operator Grizz, you're not here anymore, but thank you again for the follow. All the Wi-Fi references, good night. Not the ATF, good night. The Darkest Derp, good night. Asterite, good night. Anyone else hanging around who I may have missed? I will see you all next time.